Hello, my friends. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Chris back again, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie called Black Demon from 2023, directed by Adrian Grunberg. Okay, this is going to be a spoiler filled review because this movie's about to get it. It was so bad. So I'm not holding nothing back. I'm going to tell you about the whole movie and all the improprieties and absurdities of this piece of crap. So I'm going to give you to the count of three to watch another one of my videos or something if you don't want any spoilers. So let's count it down together. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. So Adrian Grunberg, this guy, he directed what I consider a pretty decent entry into the Rambo franchise, Rambo: Last Blood. It was action packed, decent writing, that kind of thing. I thought the guy would have a decent career, following that. If this is any indication of how his career is going to go, it's on life support. It's on a ventilator. He needs help. I wouldn't let him direct anything I wrote. So, stars Josh Lucas as a company oil man. He is tasked with going and decommissioning old, out of date oil rigs. So he goes to this one in this little town of Mexico. But, we're dealing with mythologies and things like that. So he gets to this town, and there's like all these effigies of a god named Lalak. I can't pronounce it. But anyway, this god, he's a vengeful god. We've taken too much from the oceans, we've asked too much from him, and now he sent this black demon, a giant megalodon shark with mystical hallucination powers, to seek his revenge, or to destroy things until an appropriate sacrifice is made. Okay, that's kind of stretching it, for me. But I was game because I love a good animal attack movie. So we're watching this. Like I said, Josh Lucas is an oil man. He goes out to this derelict rig. It's leaking oil. It's been leaking oil for months into the ocean off the coast of this Mexican town. And so, he's out there. He realizes there's nothing out there. Well, then all of a sudden in the town, all the drunk essays are, trying to get his wife and daughter and son and, assault them or whatever. So the wife, they leave and they hop on a boat and they follow him out to this oil rig, which is ridiculous and preposterous in and of itself. Why would she do that? Especially after he left and told her, hey, book us a new, better hotel and I'll be back. She should have just gotten in the car and left. You know what I mean? Or at least driven down to the dock and waited on him, not just hop in a boat for some other random stranger and be like, take me out to that oil rig. That wouldn't have happened in real life, I don't think. So anyway, we get our opening segment. Opening segment kind of introduces us to the character of the film, the oil rig itself. And there's these, couple dudes out there. It's a good suspenseful opening segment. You get a shark attack, little blood, all that kind of stuff, and it's decent. It was suspenseful and good. Okay, that was it. That was it for the suspenseful and good stuff. Okay, the movie's just written terribly. First off, like some of the dialogue makes it makes the characters uncharacteristic of how they're trying to be portrayed. For instance, Josh Lucas, he's supposed to be this caring, down to earth kind of father to take care of his family. But some of the scenes when he gets upset, he's like borderline abusive and psychotic. At least that's the way they make him out to seem. Like he loses his cool, and I'm like, whoa, that is uncharacteristic of how they've depicted him this far in, right? Turns out he's a scumbag anyway, but him being a scumbag does not justify the ending of the film. So we have, Josh Lucas acting like a buffoon. He's not, like, he doesn't perform very well. Also, here's my thing. So you have this shark. It's swimming around in and around this oil spill, right? Well, if I'm not mistaken, I understand. It's supposed to be a mystical creature. It's supposed to be this, supposedly extinct megalodon, yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, I don't care about that because as far as I know, if you're an aquatic animal, if you're sea life of any kind and you're swimming through an oil slick and all that, I don't give a damn how big the shark is. He's going to die. He's going to get bogged down with oil, breathe it into his gills, and the shark's going to die. It's not going to be out there for 5 months serial killing everybody. You know what I mean? It's not going to do that. So that, I had to roll my eyes at that because I was just like, who does this? Who wrote this? Who decided, yeah, we're going to have a extinct shark killing people in an oil slick? I mean, I guess in your mind it sounds like a cool concept, but it's poorly executed. So that was just stupid in my opinion. Also, they tend to ignore physics. So there's a scene where some guys go down in a diving bell, right? They put on their apparatuses to breathe underwater, and when they open up the diving well, or when they open up the hatch for the thing, didn't the Titanic submersible explain anything to us about if there's a breach in the structural integrity of something underwater? It goes and everybody turns into pink mist, right? Well, these guys, they open it up and they're just like willy-nilly, getting in the water, going down there and swimming to fix these leaks or whatever. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? You can't just ignore the physics like that. Now, I'm no underwater expert, but that's what I assume would happen if you just were down there in a little apparatus and you unscrewed the hatch and opened it. Water would shoot into there and kill you with all the pressure. That's what I would think. And then we have the shark attack the diving bell, and it crushes it, and it reacts accordingly, and implodes in upon itself, and the person inside is terminated. But it was another thing that really kind of just threw me off in this film was the blatant virtue signaling. I mean, it was like every chance they got, they talked about how evil the oil companies are, how bad capitalism is, how much the human race takes from nature. I mean, they beat us over the head with that in this movie. And it was just eye-rollingly bad. Okay, so Josh Lucas's character, to begin with, he's the company man. He's like Carter Burke from Aliens. He's lying. He's like, I don't know what happened to the oil rig. I don't know, George. What did it do? He plays the ignorant, company man. Come to find out, his wife finds some papers. She says, "Oh, you're a lying sack of crap," and he has this general atonement arc. It's very generic. It's very like you've seen it 100 times in other movies. He's like, I'm the bad guy. I need to sacrifice myself in order to right things. And so that's what he does. He gets some explosives and he goes down there and he lets the shark eat him and explode inside the shark. And that's the climax of the film. But before that, he has this emotional dialogue with his wife and kids. Baby, I love you. I'm gonna have to take a rain check on those martinis. Tommy, I left you a gift in my backpack. You're my favorite pirate. The guy who was on the rig with him. I left you papers to incriminate the company. He talks to his daughter a little bit. I love you. You're my princess. Okay, well, that's great. This ain't Armageddon, man. You ain't Ben Affleck, you ain't Bruce Willis, and that ain't Liv Tyler and the rest of the crew, okay? You've already given me a craptastic movie. I don't need your Armageddon, I'm sorry, I gotta leave you guys and sacrifice myself. Stupid. Don't do it. Wasn't needed, made the movie retarded, okay? I'm sorry I used the word retarded. It made the movie ridiculous and absurd. So that's my feelings on that film, guys. I just thought it was absolutely terrible. And I'd been looking forward to it for months. That was the downside, is I had been looking forward to it, but I'd heard everybody that has seen it was like, dude, this movie sucks. Don't waste your time. And I thought, it's a shark attack movie. How bad could it be? I mean, hell, I like Sharknado. It can't be any worse than Sharknado or Sharktopus or, three-headed megalodon destroyer of worlds. It can't be any worse than that. I was wrong. This was one of the worst and most boring shark attack movies I've ever seen. We see the shark a total of about 4 times for about 20 seconds each. The shark had a total screen time of about like 3 minutes. And the rest of the time we're watching Josh Lucas terribly act with other subpar actors and it's supposed to be suspenseful and all this, but it carries no weight. The writing was so bad. Everything was generic and stupid sounding. So overall, guys, I'm going to tell you what this movie gets. And don't waste your time. It's streaming on Prime, but don't waste your time. I took that bullet for you. I give it a half star out of 5. Half. Not a single. Half a star. Okay, guys? Absolutely terrible movie. Don't waste your time. Just don't. It's terrible. We're over it. We're not talking about it anymore. If you guys want to get connected with more stuff, Cinema Dolce 56 related, go to Facebook, join up on our group, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. That way you can hear me rant about more craptastic films. And as always, guys, I'm going to keep making them if you keep watching them. I love y'all. God bless and have a great day.